guys. This is session 1 of our intellectual independence unit. So, this is really for reading, but we can apply this to reading and writing this year. Okay, so this is our first unit of the year. It's really, really important. This unit is going to set us up for the rest of the year, whether we are online, blended, or all in class, doesn't matter. This unit is going to set us up for the rest of the year. So, it's really important to take this unit seriously and to follow along with me. Okay, so for session 1, it's just getting ready for the school year, getting ready for our books, for our reading class, and taking notes. And what I really want you guys to think about as we kick off this new year is we want to become independent in our reading. In life, we strive to become independent. So I know you guys, as you're turning 10 years old, 9, 10, 11 years old, you want to start doing things on your own. You don't want your parents there with you all the time. You want to start doing things by yourself, and that's natural. So same thing goes with reading. When you guys learned how to read in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and you kept getting better and better at it, it doesn't stop. We always need to continue to grow. But now that we're hitting an age where you guys are at, you need to start being independent. So this session is all about how to take charge of your own learning and not rely on other people. So whenever a person wants to become more powerful at something, at anything it is in their life, that learner needs to consciously, knowingly, willingly take hold of his or her own life and say, I can decide to work hard at this. I'm in charge of this. Starting today, I'm going to make deliberate decisions that help me learn this skill by leaps and bounds so I can be as powerful as possible. So think about this with anything. You guys, a lot of you guys I know, like your video games and Fortnite, but even if it's not Fortnite, just any video game, you work hard at it to get as good at it as you possibly can. You guys might be a little too young, but I had a Nintendo 64 growing up, and I remember the Mario Kart games or the James Bond games, and my younger brothers were just so much better at it than I was, but I continuously worked harder and harder to try to get as good at it as I possibly can, to try to beat my brothers. So we work at it, okay? And there's different levels, and we all can read, even though some of you are thinking, I'm not a good reader. Not true, okay? We're all good readers, but we all can get better, no problem. But we have to make that decision to get better, okay? So you need to think, what are some ways that I can get better in this school year at reading? So this is called agency. People who strive, okay, they work independently, they work really hard in order to achieve something. That's called agency. You're working with a purpose, okay? So think of a time. Actually, I'm going to skip this part. But just know, maybe it was when you were riding a bike or playing a sport or tying a shoe and you're learning how to do it on your own. You were working incredibly hard to figure it out and to get good at it. We need to think that same thing with reading. Okay, so we all need to be on the same page. And I'm going to be here to help you along the way, but it's on you guys. Okay, you've got to be independent here. So what did it take to learn in leaps and bounds? So I want you to, think about maybe it was a sport that you worked really hard at, okay? I want you to think, what are some things that you had to do to get good at whatever it is? If it was a sport, if it was a video game, if it was being an artist and sketching, what are some things you had to do? So some things that I came up with is you have to have a vision of what you want to achieve. Okay, you have to know what you want in order to go after it and get it, okay? You have to practice really hard. You have to study people who do it well. You have to study mentors to see how they did it, to help you do it, okay? And then you have to learn specific strategies. What are some ways that helps you get good at it, okay? So we have to take these skills and apply it when we are reading. We can apply these skills with anything in life and especially with reading. So your vision, to become a better reader is to become more skilled in reading. You have to practice. You have to set aside time every day to read, reread. And when you get stuck, you watch the clock less and you read for longer periods of time. Okay? We have to study mentors. Look at how closely what the authors, and I know you can't see all of this, and I'm sorry, but what the authors are saying. Maybe I can move this. Look at closely at what we read, how the author is presenting the information to us. We have to notice those things. Not only practice hard and read, but we have to notice what the authors are doing. And then also, for the last one, it's not working. Okay, we'll just skip the last one here. The learning specific strategies. So how authors are doing the things that they are doing. We have to be aware of that as well, okay? And then next, I'm not sure why it's not letting me go to the next slide. Let me see if come on. Let's go to, Okay, so here's the next slide when we are doing workshop. And again, this is in class, out of class, doesn't matter. Okay, is when we're reading in class or at home, you need to work hard to stay focused. Eyes on your text, eyes on your reading. You shouldn't be watching TV or being distracted, having your phone by you. Okay, your brain is thinking about what you are reading. You are reading and writing, taking notes a lot. Okay, read aloud is one of the most important parts of literacy. So you need to listen closely and make mental movie notes in your head about what the teacher is reading. So the read aloud that we're reading right now is Front Desk. Don't get distracted when you're listening to me read that. You need to be imagining what's going on. And then you need to try out what I am teaching you every single day. Every day what I'm teaching you, you need to try out because you should be reading 20 minutes by yourself every day. So you need to take all these tools. You need to read with agency and read for you to grow as a reader. Nothing's worth doing if you're not going to do it right. So let's get better as readers this year. That is the whole goal, okay? So just make sure that you're getting in the right mindset and you're reading to read and to love and to take notes, okay? So this is session 1. This is setting us up for the year. These are my expectations for you guys, okay? That you're staying focused, whether you're at home or at school, doesn't matter. When you read, you're reading and you're working to get better every day. You're not going to rely on me and you're not going to rely on your parents. You guys have got to be independent and make sure that you are reading every day. Okay, so if you have not yet read the chapters of the Front Desk for our read aloud, go ahead and do that. And if you have already read or listened to those chapters of me reading them, I need you to find a book, whether it's on Get Epic or your own book, and you need to be reading for 20 minutes today. Okay, guys? I'll see you for session 2.